Most men think money changes lives. They're wrong. Discipline changes lives. Money is only the result. And that is exactly why most men stay broke. They spend years chasing money while ignoring the one thing that creates it: discipline. Look around you. Every man wants financial freedom. Every man wants a better car, a better house, more respect, more options. But very few men are willing to become the person capable of earning those things, because becoming that person is uncomfortable. It requires sacrifice. It requires patience. It requires consistency. And most men hate all three. The average man wants success, but he wants it quickly. He wants results without effort, wealth without skills, respect without achievement, a powerful body without training, a powerful mind without struggle. And because of that, he stays exactly where he is. 1 year passes. Nothing changes. 5 years pass. Nothing changes. Then he blames the economy. He blames his country. He blames rich people. He blames bad luck. Everyone except himself. But the truth is simple. Money follows value, and value follows discipline. Read that again. Money follows value. Value follows discipline. The disciplined man wakes up and works when he doesn't feel like it. The undisciplined man waits for motivation. The disciplined man learns new skills. The undisciplined man scrolls social media. The disciplined man invests in himself. The undisciplined man spends everything for temporary pleasure. Now ask yourself, which man do you think becomes wealthy? The answer is obvious. But there is something deeper, something most men never realize. Discipline is not about money. Discipline is about identity. Every decision you make tells your brain who you are. When you keep promises to yourself, you build trust in yourself. When you constantly break promises, you destroy that trust. That is why weak habits are so dangerous. Missing one workout seems harmless. Wasting 1 day seems harmless. Scrolling for hours seems harmless. But these actions slowly create an identity of weakness, an identity of excuses, an identity of average. And average men rarely build extraordinary lives. The scary part is that most men never notice this happening, because failure doesn't arrive all at once. It arrives slowly. One wasted day, one wasted week, one wasted year, until one day you wake up and realize you are living a life you never wanted, while disciplined men were quietly building their future. You see, successful people are not always smarter. They are not always more talented. But they are usually more disciplined. While others were sleeping, they were learning. While others were complaining, they were building. While others were distracted, they were focused. That is why discipline beats talent. Every single time, talent without discipline eventually loses. Discipline without talent eventually improves. And improvement creates opportunity. Opportunity creates income. Income creates freedom. This is the path most people refuse to walk. Because discipline is boring. Nobody claps for consistency. Nobody celebrates the man who quietly works every day. Nobody notices the sacrifices. But years later, everyone notices the results. And suddenly they call him lucky. No, he was disciplined. Luck did not build his future. His habits did. Now let's talk about something uncomfortable. Most people are addicted. Not to drugs, not to alcohol, but to comfort. Comfort is the modern addiction. Comfort keeps men weak. Comfort keeps men broke. Comfort keeps men distracted. Because comfort demands nothing from it. Discipline demands everything. Comfort tells you to relax. Discipline tells you to work. Comfort tells you to quit. Discipline tells you to continue. Comfort gives temporary pleasure. Discipline gives permanent rewards. And that is why the gap between successful men and average men continues to grow. One chooses comfort. The other chooses growth. Every single day. Now imagine two men. Both start with nothing. Same age. Same city. Same opportunities. The first man spends 3 years complaining. The second man spends 3 years improving. Learning. Reading. Working. Building skills. Who do you think wins? The answer is obvious. Yet millions of men still choose the first path because it feels easier. But easy choices create hard lives. Hard choices create easy lives. That is one of the greatest truths you will ever learn. The future you want is hidden behind the discomfort you avoid today. Think about that. The future you want is hidden behind the discomfort you avoid today. Maybe it is learning a skill. Maybe it is starting a business. Maybe it is improving your health. Maybe it is waking up earlier. Whatever it is, your next level is waiting on the other side of discipline. And that is why discipline creates wealth. Not just financial wealth. Mental wealth. Physical wealth. Emotional wealth. A disciplined man controls his actions. And the man who controls his actions eventually controls his future. The question is not whether discipline works. It does. The question is whether you are willing to pay the price. Because every successful man pays it. Every single one. And the men who refuse stay exactly where they are. Year after year. Dream after dream. Excuse after excuse. Until time runs out. So decide today. Will you continue chasing comfort? Or will you build the discipline that creates freedom? The choice is yours. But the consequences are unavoidable. Because life eventually rewards disciplined men. And it eventually exposes everyone else.